There are powerful conflicts of interest at work in this world. Can we agree on that? How do they affect us and our lives? Really bad stuff is happening at the highest levels of the economy. I don't know if you have, but I have noticed. It's evil, really. Evil as in really bad people who don't care are either in control or they are fighting for it in this world. It makes sense. It does to me, it does to other people, and it's something that we should be paying closer attention to. It's not the whole top of the economy, but make no mistake, evil people are up there. Can we please just agree on that fact? We expect that they know how to create results and they are doing it, right? And they're evil people, remember? For their benefit, they're doing it, inconsiderate by definition of the well-being of others because they are evil people. Okay. How do we know they're evil people? But just because evil exists, as in really bad people that don't care at all exist, that doesn't mean that they get to choose and decide that we all lose just so that they can continue to win. It is our choice to allow their rules, their methods, and their reasoning to win the past, the present, and the future. What can we control? The past? The present and the future is what we can control. In order for evil to exist, it has to have good as its counterpart in this dance of life, the universe, and everything. We are tied together at the point where we work for each other, with each other, and off of each other. What control can we gain from the past or the present and the future? Who are the really bad people, the really evil ones? Can we not do something to find out? Can we not assume that they have gained substantially at the demise of others in this economy and in this world? Can we not figure out who the wealthiest people are and ask them legitimate questions such as, how did you get all that money? And what are you doing with it? And is it to my interest at all? You know, the ones at the top of the economy with all the money and all the power. Let's fix it. Let's make them qualify for something. Let's make them card-carrying members of a society. Sir, may I see your millionaire's tax and accountability card, please? It's a great way to introduce ourselves from the impoverished, but the masses. If you're a millionaire, let's make you carry a card that says that you are, shall we? Let's see how they like that. How hard is that? A do no evil millionaire's commitment and standard. They once made a contract with America, and that side seems to be nearest to the policies and methods that appear to maybe have more individuals that would fit that qualification of as in don't care at all about people kind of evil. How about we the people make a contract with wealth? How much control do the evil ones have over our lives? We want to make sure that doesn't exist, right? Right. Let's just agree that it's right. We want to make sure that that does not exist, right? Exactly. Thank you. What are they doing? What do they do with all that money, that wealth, and that power that affects us today through policy, form, function, and maybe just evil manipulations? What are they doing with it? How much does it cost? These numbers aren't hard to figure out. They're in the budget, and they're a lot of what's missing. I'm just saying. These acts and the activities that may be there affect our present and most certainly our future, don't they? I, for one, am deeply concerned, and there are many reasons. Think of it. What did they do in the past that we are connected to today? Not everyone is a fan of history, but I am. Eisenhower warned us about the industrial military complex. He said that on his way out of office. Kennedy was murdered, and it is still an unsolved case. Who did it? Who did it? Johnson started the business planning of the Vietnam War the very next day, 11/23/63, the day he became president. They started planning the war machinery. The gold standard was demolished in 1968. Robert Kennedy was murdered as a presidential candidate. Nixon won the space race. Nixon opened China, people. Let's give that some consideration. There is a war happening. Eisenhower warned us. He said, don't let this happen, people. And then it's happening under Johnson and Nixon. It's happening. Kennedy spoke of secret societies, and he was assassinated. Nixon ratcheted up Vietnam. Remember, he opened China. Nixon was a cheat in the company of cheats. Nixon's vice president, many people don't remember or never knew or have forgotten, Spiro Agnew, was forced to resign for being a cheat at minimum. Not many people remember or know or express the connectivity of the issue with Nixon is impeached. Ford was an interruption and a neutral conciliatory. Right? Carter was allowed to win and allowed to fail. Reagan softened but continued Nixon with George Bush as his vice president. Reagan, Ollie North, Iran-Contra, and they got away with it. Reagan was an attempt on his life. There was an attempt on his life that would have made George Bush the president. Can you believe that? Bush was the former director of the CIA. That is worth repeating. What role did the CIA have in the assassination of John F. Kennedy? Bush invades Panama. Bush creates the Gulf War. Bush proclaims New World Order. It's crazy. Clinton wins. Thank you. Thanks to Ross Perot. But we have NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. We have a war in Yugoslavia. We have the Oklahoma City bombing. We have Monica Lewinsky. What is going on out there? Remember the Monica stuff? We had the David Koresh stuff, we had the Oklahoma City, and we had the Monica stuff. Okay, so Monica takes down the office of the presidency. Take him down. Then we have Bush Jr. and Cheney Sr. with election manipulations. Lyndon Johnson won his first election by stealing it. It is a fact. Lyndon Johnson never had a job in the private sector. He was always on the public payroll. He ended his presidency worth more than $25 million. Can we please follow the money? On September 10th, 2001, $1.6 trillion was mysteriously lost by the Pentagon and their accounting. The unexplained events of 9/11 were the very next day. And while in that moment of terror that we were all subjected to, we all could not conceive of the wealth, the power, the Game of Thrones that is happening at the top of our government, with history to account precisely for the outcomes. Three months after 9/11, China enters the World Trade Organization. Do you remember that before 9/11, we were an information economy on the rise? And we are again now, aren't we? But 3 months after 9/11, China is in the World Trade Organization and is now taking all sorts and manner of the American economy with it. How has that worked out for us? I'm just saying. Somebody made those deals. We became a consumer-driven economy. Our president asked us to go out and start shopping. Unbelievable. America becomes consumer-based. A war on terror and a Patriot Act that denies our freedoms under the context of a unexplained series of events that occurred on a day that we're very confused about at the moment, which reduced our freedoms and kept us from feeling safe and secure in our own homes. A second Gulf War, a financial system collapse. Are you kidding me? Follow the money. Too big to fail, and we, the people, wrote a check for $700 billion. We wrote it. It was from us to them with all the money and the power. We funded them. It's crazy, I know. Change that we believe in, change that we can believe in, and many still do, but too many don't, and I don't know what to think. I'm still on the fence about it. Obstructionist politics, a man-made environmental disaster. Do we remember that? Do we remember the British Gulf BP oil spill 2010. When was it? Ruined one of our oceans. Are you kidding me? Somebody decided that was in their best interest. They're gonna blow up our economy and make us lose all that oil. Are you kidding me? Something bad happened. Another country's interest is responsible. We don't really talk about this Game of Thrones, do we? There is and has been obstructionist politics, the Sandy Hook mysteries. Just watch how messed up that is and tune in and really see that that's for real, you know? At least the idea of it is that there is, you know, the ability to have this conspiracy of something come together. And this is what is so remarkable and why I am still an optimist. And then there's the NSA, and of course there is the CIA and the Department of Homeland Security and all the other alphabet soup. What did I miss, or rather, what did I leave out? Bad people doing evil things at the top of our economy for their profit affect us over the long term. Are things connected? Yes. Do big policy decisions of the past have any impact on our future, which today we call our present? How could they possibly? Eisenhower addressed the nation imploring a vigilant society to oversee a careful watch of the industrial military complex. What could he have possibly known or wanted us to know? We don't know what we don't know. Can we agree? What we know about that dark zone of the unknown knowledge that he knew, whatever it was that caused him to warn us and inspire us to remember, what is it that concerned him so greatly? Kennedy was murdered within 3 years of that speech, and it is covered up and sealed by consensus and commission, exactly as the 9/11 Commission report has been and still is today. These reports do not calculate all of the questions that have remained unanswered by a curious and intelligent and informed constituency. That the questions do not remain as open demonstrate that there is a problem with the outcome and the result and the conclusion that commission put together, any of them. Broken systems cannot fix themselves. What I learned from Eisenhower to ask of a vigilant society is that he needs our help. He needs our help in the past, and he needs it in the future. He needs it now in our present. At what points in time over the course of him saying those words until now when you're hearing mine, when have the evil influences perpetrated their crimes? Evil does exist. Evil people thrive in broken systems. Those that are winning will not relinquish their power voluntarily. Those that are winning will not relinquish their power voluntarily. It's time that we, the people, remember how to win too. Bad people have influenced the world. Let us agree. Things done in the past affect the course and the quality of the things we experience in the future. Can we agree? Yes. Yet most people are good people. You're a good person, right? I know that you are. You're a good person. It is a fact. That's the great irony that good people have allowed. We have allowed these evil influences to shape our lives so greatly. No more. We're now changing the rules. We are not evil people. We are good people. And it is our goodness which has not had equal opportunity to thrive in the modern economy. The rules are changing now. With all of this work, all this that is the book, that is the video, that is the audio, that is the special reports and the mind maps and the knowledge that evil people are making all the money, and that's not okay. And if the good people are out there making all the money, then it's not reaching those of us in the middle class in the way that it is most meaningful. And that is not okay. And those good people need to recognize that in order for them not to be confused with the evil ones, they need to participate more generously in a healthy, balanced, and generous economy. With this work, we have infected their systems, their broken systems, with an unstoppable force of goodwill. That is this work product. With it, we have turned the tables on corporate America. The absolute worst of it, the absolute worst of it forever from here on out. Career is solved. This world needs better answers. So that's what lives inside of Career Underground. Better ideas and better answers. As the TV tells us, we know their game plan and we know their tactics. We know that they know we know. With the publication of this book, there is now a superbug. It is a superbug. It is now an official infection inside of corporate America, and you will be able to notice their reaction to it as they become aware of it. The tide is turning and the methodology is here now, forever and always. Take that, evildoers of corporate America. This is Career Underground, now at its beginning. It is a third-party career management solutions, services, and technology company, living and working inside the economy on behalf of the middle class especially. Our mission is to help create billions of success stories in this world and in this economy sooner rather than later. McDonald's had a similar business plan. And theirs was just to serve hamburgers. Mine is to serve up successful careers, one at a time. We believe that by existing, we can help to solve the most complicated problems we are now or may ever be facing in this world and in this economy. We are currently striving to become the most respected company in the economy over the next 100 years. Okay, where does that start? It's here and now. That's what you're paying attention to. If we accomplish our missions, I believe full well that we will have solved all manner of problems with the economy. With your gentle nudge of social influence and thoughtfulness of sharing, with the right amount of mutual support, and with a 1% nudge to the I'm in category, we will have just changed the world. There is much to explore and a lot of good work yet to do. My name is Rob Siegel. I'm the founder of Career Underground and the proud and humble author of It's Their Job, But It's Your Career, the Underground Guide to Career Success. Help me build Career Underground into the solution that takes back America for anyone and everyone around the world. Cheers to the future.